What's good, YouTube? It's jazzlovesmma here, and I'm doing my super duper late reaction to UFC Fight Night Baku Fiziev versus Torres. Let's get into it. Starting off with the main event, Fiziev versus Torres. Fiziev looks so good. I'm mad I didn't get it right, but I'm so happy for Fiziev. Um, I'm more so mad that I didn't pick it to happen, you know. But Torres looked pretty good in round one. He cracked him near the end. I thought my pick was about to happen. I was like, oh no. Fiziev keeps getting tagged by these straight shots. But he was getting some early takedowns. He stirred the pressure early. He was landing big right hands. Immediately started off with a big right hand. Landing some beautiful kicks throughout the fight. Chopper low. Tearing up the leg of Torres. Um, that was gonna be there for Fiziev. But he immediately started round two starts. It's like, okay, let's see how Torres does in these rounds where he's never been in the UFC at least, and only once in his career. And Fiziev goes out there. He says he just wanted to throw some big. He was like, whatever, bro. I just throw these wheel kick. He throws it. Looks just like the Brad Riddell KO. Bang, wheel kick. It doesn't even land clean. It like lands on the hand of Torres. Maybe the heel got through. Sits him down. Then Fiziev tees off. Massive uppercut. Some good shots against the fence. Sends Torres down. Fiziev looks so good. I don't know what's next from, a lot of 145 ranked 145ers are moving up. We'll see if they get like ranked opponents. But I would love to see Fiziev fight someone. Loser of BSD versus Patty. I would love that. I think that's good for him. Fiziev versus Torres. Not Torres. Fiziev versus Yair. Fiziev versus Ortega. Don't give him. Maybe Fiziev versus Diego Lopez. Like those four matchups, I think would be cool because even him versus BSD or Patty, those are sick fights. But he looked phenomenal. His takedowns were on point. And yeah, he just showed levels, man. And I should have expected it. I should have just picked it to happen, but I didn't. I thought his chin was cooked. I think if his chin had actually been as bad as I thought it was, he would have gone to finish that first round because he was. I mean, Torres was like really clean, but his chin was held better than I thought. And I'm sorry. Moving on to the co-main, absolute stinker fight. Another. Okay, just doesn't want to work. Shearer gets immediately knocked down in round one. Kind of one of my bigger worries. I was like, oh, Mikel has looked dangerous in this last fight. So maybe he just throws a fast and immediately chins Shearer. Because Shearer is kind of chinny. Or his chin is questionable because of his Marc-Andre Barrios performance. But hey, Shearer survives, lands some good elbows off the bottom. I think he reverses in the last 10 seconds. He is gripping the hair of Pereira that entire round, I think. No point taken. Whatever. And then he just runs 2 and 3 out kicks. Mikel Pereira on the outside. Mikel Pereira literally starts gassing, gets secret takedowns, gets reversed on every takedown, I think. We can check the stats here. But just another unimpressive Shearer performance. This wasn't even a good fight either. So yeah, he was landing some nice side kicks to the body. And he was chewing up the leg for. But yeah. 121 strikes. Let me see. All these were literally off his back. Okay, yeah, I mean, all these were like off his back, like elbows and stuff off his back. Yeah, like look, 20 strikes and they're like all like tappy kicks. Mikel Pereira literally gassing and not doing anything. He started training pushing in round 3, but Shearer was putting in some big combinations, some big kicks. But yeah, when he's not finding actual cans, like Pereira is kind of a jobber, but he's like someone who is like at least somewhat at some point ranked material. When he's not finding someone who's like completely cut worthy, he takes him to like really shitty, unimpressive decisions. But it is what it is. He gets to win. Nazim Sadikov versus Mateus Negela. Let's just look at the stats real quick. Nazim Sadikov, bro, what are we doing here? 0 total strikes, bro. Missed all of his kicks that he threw. He was throwing kicks, didn't land a single one of them. First punch that Camilo lands, it's a beautiful cross. As Nazim is switching from like orthodox, he switches his southpaw. He steps in and gets cracked on the chin by a beautiful cross. Sunk down, curled up immediately. 3 ground-and-pound shots from Camilo, and the referee stops it. I didn't think it was that bad of a stoppage. He did complain about it immediately, so he was probably still with it. But visually, you cannot just curl up in a ball and slay there. Especially when you drop that badly, you can't just do that. Good performance from Camilo. I think Sadikov's chin is kind of fully gone now. Because you shouldn't be, not even fucking Slavov's good done like that by Sadikov. By Camilo, I mean. But yeah, moving on. Hold on, are the performance bonuses not showing? I guess not. Moving on to Osama Bay versus Charles Johnson. Also dominates Johnson in round one. I don't even remember anything that Johnson did. He takes him down. He's landing some good shots on the feet. Lands a really big lead hook in round one that like bugs Johnson's eye. He looked like, by the way, Johnson actually looked like a fucking clown. The skullet and the tight shorts, not a good combo, especially when you have such a skinny build like that. Round two, I don't even remember. I'm trying to remember round two. It felt it's starting to be the same. Also landed big on the feet. Johnson just getting taken down. He's doing good to get up in round one, round two. He's looking for chokes off bottom round two, I think, but he doesn't. He's having zero success getting them. So it's just passing the guard pretty easily. But he's getting up. He's landing some knees. He lands like one flurry in round two. That's kind of he's kind of getting out muscle and out dogged. Like the bigger shots are clearly from Asu. He gets a nut shot by a spinning back kick. As soon as they come back, Asu throws a wheel kick. Her like stumbles Johnson pretty badly because it lands flush, like the tap or something. And yeah, he's just kind of dominating. Johnson around three gets taken down. He has him like in a triangle, like a really weird triangle. Also ends up getting out of it. He almost puts himself back in it. He ends up getting out. Then he puts in like a Suleiman choke, something like that. Very impressive submission he got. And yeah, he took the back and then he ended up getting it that way. It was very good. His transitions in this entire fight were beautiful. Super fast, super springy. Didn't respect Charles Johnson literally at all. He just dominated him. So the Johnson fluky run is over. He tried to fluke in round three if that's some you're not also on a bio, bro. Not gonna fluke him like Alex Perez, bro. But great performance from also Mobile. I'm like 100% impressed with him. He called for a title shot. That was dumb. You're not getting a title shot. Kyoji Horiguchi, I think, is a really good fight for him. So that is what I would like to see next. And yeah, Akram Alaskara versus Bruno Ferreira. Bro, Bruno Ferreira literally just stared at range and did nothing, bro. This is all he did, bro. Literally all he did. Entire fight. Akram was doing good landing the jab. He was timing really well. Beautiful flying knee times too. So I'm not gonna take too much away from him. By just wanting to being sad because I'm a Bruno Ferreira fan. But couldn't it was like stumbling a little bit, stinging him with the jabs and the twos. He looked like he was kind of gassing in round three, but Bruno Ferreira was also pretty gassy. He was getting taken down. Pretty good timing on Akram's takedowns. Ferreira was trying like he would like grip his hands under him, and it felt like he was trying to pick him up. But he just let him get taken down even easier. Akram was landing some decent ground and pound here and there, but yeah, dominated him in the grappling. Bruno was having some moments around two that he was landing some big shots and stinging, but he eventually just got taken down. And yeah, great performance by Akram. I can see him being ranked at some point. I think it will be the next guy we talk about here. But once RDR gets a matchup and he fights at light heavyweight, I can see them adding Akram. He called out Izzy. No, he didn't. He called out someone else. I don't know who. But yeah, the next guy we're going to talk about. Abus Magomedov dominates Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Dude, my predictions looked fucking shit on this card. And yeah, I think I went 3-3 on the main card, I think. But we'll get to the fight. Abus doing good with the kicks. Mikhail kind of just doing nothing, not really finding his timing. He's trying to land some body shots, doesn't get it. He stuffs the first takedown from Abus. Magomedov just scarping against the fence. Oleksiejczuk pressuring, not really doing much. Trying to land some left hands, not getting him. And then he gets countered beautifully by Abus Magomedov. A beautiful elbow. Gets sank down. Gets put down again. Gets put in a gilly, I think. And gets subbed in round 1. Great performance from Abus Magomedov. Once Whitaker fights in like 2 weeks, and he's out the rankings of middleweight, it should be Abus Magomedov put back in there. That was a great win for him. He has good wins. I know he lost to Joe Piper, but he should still be ranked. Get Warrior out of there, or get Whitaker out of there, put Abus in there. No disrespect to Whitaker, but he's not fighting at in middleweight no more. I think it's time to put Abus back in there. Also, there's literally no one else you could replace Whitaker with. Just put Abus in the rankings. Put him above Bo Nickal. I went 1, 2, I went 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Oh, I went 1, 2 and 4. I forgot I picked Fiziev. 2 and 4 main card. I cooked on the prelims. Farman Hasanov, dude, versus Eric Nolan. Everybody hated on Hasanov. I thought his takedowns were beautiful in round 1. Beautiful takedowns. He was just kind of smudging, but his takedowns were fucking sick to watch. The transitions were nice. And a good elbow or two. Some needed ground pound near the end of round 1. Dominated Eric Nolan. Literally anything he did, anything in round 1. He landed 4 strikes. Maybe like off the back. But yeah, this is what we're talking about. One significant strike. That's why nobody liked the performance. But he got 9 takedowns. That's impressive to me. Round 2, I'm not gonna look at the stats. Hassan, I think, is like dominating early. Then he Eric Nolan keeps scrambling back to his feet. He was doing it round 1. Keeps scrambling back to his feet. He separates, and Hassanov is fucking gassed. It's like halfway through the round, he's death casting, and Eric knows it's time to push. He's getting jabbed. Like Hassanov is like taking his head and he's like continuously jabbing Eric Nolan. He's outdoing him on the feet, in my opinion. Jabbing him. He's like death casting on these takedowns. Eric Nolan, but he's like pushing. He's like pressuring forward, but he's like landing on the guard and getting jabbed up himself. Hassanov keeps getting his takedowns, and then he lands ends up on top. I think in round 1 and round 2, and has one big elbow, and he like a cut right here on Eric Nolan. I thought he won that round also pretty clearly. Yeah, you see. And his body language was bad, but it wasn't from any damage from Nolan was doing. It was just kind of death casting from shooting so much. Then round 3, Hassanov is I think he's like striking with Nolan already. He's jabbing him up as well. He's landing big shots on Nolan. Nolan lands on the shoulders. He catches him off balance at one point while his feet are like being weird. And yeah. But he ends up getting taken down anyway. Controlled. You see on here on the numbers. How did him? Shot 27 takedowns, got 17 of them. Insane stuff from Nolan to continuously get back from most of them. Hassanov's good. He kind of fights like Armin. I had seen one person say that comparison before. They both train at ATT, but the way he leads with his lead hand and some of the takedowns he does felt like Armin. But great performance. I'm impressed with Hassanov. I didn't like how bad he got, but he did do a lot of work in round 1. He's very muscular. So yeah. So for Eric Nolan, but Hassanov gets it done. Some sick fucking takedowns and slams and trusts, dude. Abdul Rahman Yakiayev versus Julius Walker. Literally the first punch that lands KOs Julius Walker. Yeah. Julius Walker, man. Johnny Walker, you killed the man, but you didn't kill the idea. Yakiya's a real deal. Literally, first right hand, he slips, bang, right hand over the top of Julius Walker's shoulder, puts him down, gets him ground and pound. It could have been even like an even earlier KO, but Yakiya lands some ground and pound. Referee stepped in, and yeah, I don't know what's next for Yakiya. Maybe put him in the rankings. Maybe kick somebody out. Maybe give him someone ranked. Maybe like a Krylov loser or something like that. The Whitaker Krylov loser. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe you need somebody who's like who can fight soon. Maybe give him like Ozdemir. Maybe that's too big of a test. I think it would be. But yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe you give him RDR. Honestly, yeah. Maybe you just give him RDR or something. You get Sterling, Manifield because I think they'll be maybe closer in timeline. But yeah, Kev literally took 0 damage here. You get him in there um with RDR or something. Or someone else who's like ranked. But I think loser of Krylov Whitaker would probably be the best choice. Because I think that's like 3 in a row. Christoph Makayev. Julius Walker sucks. And Sultan Ruzaboy versus Andrei Puliev. Why did I pick Puliev? I was literally going to switch my pick, but I was like, I said in video already. I was like, I'm not going to switch it to Ruzaboyev. Ruzaboyev, nothing's really going on in the feet. Ruzaboyev lands a good right hand. Puliev lands like maybe some touchy shots. He ends up getting taken down. He gets choked out stiff by a face crank. He literally looks like he flopped and like was dead. But yeah, Puliev sucks, man. He's pretty awful. Um, and good performance from Ruzaboyev. Maybe you put him in the rankings, man. He's actually on a decent streak, so maybe you put him in there instead of Ikram, or maybe you leave one of these guys out and then you just give them a ranked opponent next. But I would like to see some of these guys in the rankings or getting like ranked opposition. I don't know who, but yeah. Great stuff from Ruzaboyev. I think you get a performance bonus as well. Canon Fleet versus Javier Reyes. Javier Reyes is awful fighting. So this is another one who's actually awful. Obviously good though. Timing Reyes really well. Caught him with the right hand a lot. Caught him with checked him with the left hook a lot too. He has good submissions. He's a good grappler. Javier Reyes just fights with his hands down, just wings. Really like Lego punches. Like he doesn't turn the elbow. He doesn't really turn the shoulder. Doesn't turn his hips. Just fights super weird. Fights like a toy. And then he gets countered. Like I think it was a right hand that put him down or a left hook. Sits Javier Reyes down. He's scrambling. Awfully's on top of him. Ends up getting the choke with like a head and arm choke or something. I forgot. And yeah, great stuff from Awfully. I can't hate him. He acts like he's tough shit whenever he wins. Give him Larry and Douglas. The Neil Danchenko versus Theodore Begrin. Finally, a prospect I liked. Didn't get project as a big favorite. Daniel Danchenko looked good, man. His leg kicks were okay. His leg kick game was beautiful. His body shots were nice. Everything was sick. Round 1, he's chopping low. He is getting tagged up though. He's very hittable. The straights of Begrin were landing nice. That was kind of it. He was landing some low kicks, but Daniel would land back and they would be hard. Daniel hurt him to the body at some point with like a front kick. Started slamming more body kicks. Started ripping to the body. Landing some great shots overall. He like fucks up. It gets a big reaction out of Begrin at the end of the round. He makes his leg tense up. There's another one. And round 1 goes. Daniel Danchenko's just styling on him. He was emo a little bit too much, but he's so cool. We'll let it slide. Round 2 comes, and he's doing pretty much the same thing, slamming low kicks, ripping to the body, looking heavy. And I see Begrin in open stance, and I see him with that like rear hand, and I'm like, Daniel can really set up a head kick here. Daniel starts moving out the way with some shots. Front kicks him, bang, right head kick, or rear leg head kick from Daniel. Lands on Begrin, sits him down, and he ends up TKOing him against the fence. Great stuff from Daniel. I don't know who you give him next. Maybe they want to build him up, and they give him like a I don't even know who's out unranked. I don't know. Just give someone fun. Give them some, like, even if it's a live, give them like fun. You have someone who's like gonna bring a scrap. And yeah, I'm excited for Daniil's future. He's obviously a very good prospect. And Theodore Berger looked pretty good for himself. So hopefully they give him like a Core Big E or something in his next fight. I think that'd be good for him. I give him not like a don't lay him up, but give him a far more easier and more winnable matchup than Daniil Tomchenko in his debut. First time ever being KO'd. That sucks. Moving on to Begza Almacan versus Gene Matsumoto. This is one that is the controversial fight of the night. Round 1, Begza's landing heavy. Matsumoto's landing some decent volume, but he ends up getting dropped. Begza keeps landing heavier for the rest of the round until the end, where Matsumoto gets a good takedown, lands some good ground and pound. Clear round 1 for Almacan. One judge gave it for Gene Matsumoto. I don't know what retard did that. Round 2, Matsumoto, I think, is landing good throughout the round. Swelling up, Begza landing some good kicks. He's getting cracked though. Begza's in there landing. But like past like the first 2 minutes, Matsumoto's landing. He's sitting in the pocket more. He's landing some good volume. The jabs, the low kicks. He was landing some beautiful right hooks. He started switching to southpaw. He started landing some good head kicks that would wrap around the glove. He was landing some good front kicks to the body. He was failing takedowns that round, but he might have gotten a 1. I'll see the numbers. But this was a sick fight. Very competitive. Round 1, yeah. I think he like outdid him with like the ground and pound near the end, but it definitely was that ground and pound at the end. But he got knocked down. Clear round for him. And Matsumoto was volume in round 2. And round 2, at the end, like 10 seconds, he finds a spinning elbow. Hurts Amakan. I think then he like Amakan's backing up, he flying knees him, landslide head kick as well. Ends it off perfectly, and I think that's what edged him the round. It was very competitive throughout the first, literally the whole fight, but he was landing more than in that last flurry. I think very, very much secured him the round. Then round 3 was competitive as well. Al McCann in there, landing some good shots, but Gene just out hustling him. He's failing takedowns. I think he gets one against the fence, but Al McCann springs right back up. Matsumoto lands some good knees in the clinch, and then he's just out-voluming Begza, even though Begza doesn't really have the power late to get a KO or something. Yeah. I think he won, not clearly, but I did think he won. One judge who gave Matsumoto round 1 ruined the split decision streak, and it was a bad look. But Matsumoto, another close decision. Gotta pick right. The hero of the Abdullah versus Jefferson Nascimento. Not gonna spend too much time on this. Nascimento literally just on the back foot for the first 3 rounds. Abdullayev just on the front foot trying to emote, would throw here and there. Round 1 he won because of like a staging moment where he hurt Nascimento twice. Round 2 he's just chasing Nascimento and Nascimento's on the back foot around the fence. Just outworking Abdullayev. I think he stings at one time too. And then dude, he's getting nut shot. He's crying the entire time. He's complaining. He's like pointing down. He's like, dude, you just learn how to cuff the cage. Then round 3, I think he gets like a takedown immediately. And that's coming to get right back up. They get back on the floor again. And then Abdullayev, I think, hurts him with some ground pound. He's like landing some ground pound. Nascimento just eating it. And then he gets hurt by one really badly. He starts laying some more. Nascimento pulls Abdullayev back like into his guard, and then the ref stops it. Really bad stoppage. But I think Abdullayev was clearly gonna win. Both these guys looked like shit. Far more impressed with these 2 welterweights. Yeah. Overall, I think I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 3 and 2, 4 and 2, 5 and 2. I think I ended with 7 and 6 record. Not too bad. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the card. I have a couple videos planned. I know I said I was gonna make a video yesterday and Thursday, but I guess retired before making these videos because I did them pretty late. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the card. It started early. It was on at a pretty nice time. I had time to watch it. Let me know if you guys got the main event right. I know I got it wrong, but yeah. Catch you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, jazzlovesmma, and peace.